Our fourth inductee graduated as not only one of the most heralded athletes in Allegheny track and field history, but also in the history of NCAA Division-III as well. Entering Allegheny as a football player, it was the pole vault pit where he left his mark, winning 2 Division-III National Championships and 6 NCAC championships while earning 4 All-American honors. In 2000, he won his first NCAC outdoor pole vault championship, going on to finish 2nd nationally. The following year, he swept both the NCAC indoor and outdoor pole vault championships, again finishing as the national runner-up. In 2002, he enjoyed a truly storied season, winning both the NCAA National Indoor and Outdoor Championships in pole vault, setting an NCAA all-division record with a vault of 18 feet 8 inches, while he also won the NCAC title in the high jump with a leap of 6 feet 8 inches, which still stands as a conference record. He was named to the NCAC All-Decade Team in both indoor and outdoor track for the years between 1993 and 2002, and still remains as the conference's all-time record holder in both indoor and outdoor pole vault. After leaving Allegheny, he's gone on to a prolific professional track and field career, culminating with his participation in the 2012 Olympic Games. While he lists his Olympic participation as the greatest athletic accomplishment of his life, he calls his family his truly life-crowning achievement, as he and wife Sarah, the proud parents of son Cameron and newborn daughter Nora. A native of Norfolk, Nebraska, and I hear a very avid Nebraska fan, he was just awarded the key to the city. Ladies and gentlemen, from the class of 2003, Jeremy Scott.
Well, thank you. I'm very happy to be back. Really happy. It's a beautiful day out, and those of us who've been here know that that's usually not the case. We've got a football game, and as you mentioned, I'm a big Nebraska fan, so it was just how lucky I am. I've got two very important things this fall, this being one of them. The other one of my best friends is getting married, and they both come on Nebraska football open date, so I don't even have to miss them. But it's a little different to speak in front of a group like this again. I'm used to talking to kids, and we have pole vault camps where I train down in Arkansas. It's a little easier though. They all think I'm very smart just because I'm really tall. I don't know if that trick is going to work here with you guys here. So we'll see. But just to be clear, I am not being inducted as a basketball player. I am in fact a pole vaulter. The most common questions I have in any given day is, how tall are you, and do you play basketball? No, I don't, and a lot of times it actually brings a lot of hurt feelings. So sometimes I've decided to just go ahead and lie and tell them yes, and then it's like it makes their day. So, but the next most common question is, how did I get into pole vaulting? It's a very unique, a very strange sport, and I guess you can either call it divine intervention or dumb luck. I think with the way things have worked out, I'd say divine intervention. But my older sister was a really good hurdler, just an all-around great athlete, and I played football and basketball as well. But for track, I wanted to be a hurdler and follow in her footsteps. Unfortunately, in my class, we had 3 guys that eventually went on to be all-state hurdlers, and they were pretty good early on. And so my coach one day came over and said, "Hey, sorry to tell you this, but you probably don't have a future in hurdling. Well, we don't have any pole vaulters in your class. You want to try that out?" So I said, sure. I went over and just had a bunch of fun. So I went back the next day, had even more fun, and just kept going and going, and eventually got kind of good at it. But But that was going to be the end. I wasn't going to do it in college. I'd kind of thought about it, but I came here to play football. That's what my passion was. And then Shane Ream, I'm sure most of you guys probably have heard of his name before. One day he told me, if you go and do track, you don't have to do the 5 a.m. football workouts. And it was a pretty easy decision to continue on with track after that. Probably one of the best decisions of my life was to attain Allegheny College. This place is very special, and there's not very many other places like it. Coming from so far away from home, about 1,300 miles, I really had to grow up fast. And this was probably one of the best support systems for a young man to be able to do that. There just aren't a whole lot of roadblocks to success here. You could request the most ridiculous, expensive, overdone comp, and your advisor would probably say, okay, let's do it. I need to go to Coach Ross. Coach, I need some poles. They cost $600 to $700 a piece. Okay, let's figure it out. You have to go talk to your professors. I don't understand these quantum numbers. What in the heck do they mean? I don't get it. And they'd say, come in, I'll work with you privately, and here's my home phone number in case you have problems later at night. Going to coach again, I don't want to get second anymore at nationals. And the answer was, okay, let's figure out how to get better, how to take you to the next level. And then, you realize how different it is when you go to graduate school and you can't even get your advisor to show up at his posted office hours, let alone get you to sign anything or help you out. But Coach never told me no. When I told him there was something that I needed, the answer was always, let's figure it out. Pretty soon, Larry Lee, the athletic director at the time, he was on board. And then it was President Cook. He was also there to help. And before too long, I felt like the entire college was right behind me and right there with me. And that was something that I will never forget. It's very important to me, and I'm very proud to be from Allegheny. I'd also like to take the time to thank my mom and dad. They've been there right from the start. They were just an amazing example of how to live a life of faith and dedication, discipline, whether it was doing your homework or digging potatoes in the garden. They expected you to do things the right way, and wouldn't ever let us cut corners for me and my sisters. Sorry, I lost my place here. My wife, Sarah, who, as she mentioned, could not be here today. We just had a baby 2 weeks ago. I really wish that she would have been able to make the trip up here because she still has not yet seen our beautiful campus. But I think we decided it was better for everybody involved not to drag a 2-week-old halfway across the country. My current coach, Earl Bell, who also has never been here, but started working with me and teaching me a lot about the pole vault. It really helped me get on the right track when Coach Ross and I decided that we weren't going to get second at nationals anymore. We made the trip down there to do a camp between my sophomore and junior year, and have been working with him ever since. Coach Keck, who is also in the audience today, talk about an odd couple. Coach came down with one of his athletes to do one of our camps, and one morning when I got up to have breakfast, he was taking my son's step stool to use our toaster on the counter. He's not that short. But I think if we would sit down and talk, there would probably be very few of our favorite moments that involved the actual competition, but it was a lot more about getting to there and from there, and the hassles with poles and tripping over things at the pin relays and stuff like that. And then a couple of my teammates, football teammates actually, are here. Always made sure that we were well fed. they told the girls below us our senior year that I really loved cupcakes. And so every week we had a new batch of cupcakes. But it took about a month before I realized that that's where they were coming from. And I asked, hey, can I have one of these? And they're like, yeah, they're actually yours anyway. We've just been keeping them for ourselves. So, and like I said, I'm really happy to be back and to be here and back on the Allegheny campus. One of the things that I'm most happy to do as I'm traveling around and meeting new athletes and going to different places. There's a lot of school pride between, especially the professional athletes, and I'm so proud to when I get asked where I went to college that I can say that I'm an Allegheny Gator. Thank you.